Good evening, one and all. Good evening, one and all. That is I, Adrian. Do I have a last name? No, not yet. I don't think you guys need to know that. But actually, most of you do know who I am. Welcome to the second installation of the WalkerAC experience for June 7th in the year 2019. Once again, I am the host of this fiasco, this show that shows up once every great while, even though I tell you I'm going to do one every week. But you know me. Look at my history of my shows. They're sporadic, but I try to keep it going here. Today, we're going to go over a couple of little mishmash topics here. But first of all, we're going to thank Podbean.com for still giving me the opportunity to ramble my nonsense for whoever knows how long for you guys. Be sure, if you haven't already, because you're here, look under www.WalkerAC76.podbean.com. That is WalkerAC76.podbean.com. That's where you can find my show, my past shows, all the fun stuff, the Slacking Majestically show, the show that is so awesome that we do it once every few months because it is that tremendous. It will knock you off your feet. I know it's tremendous. I know because I'm there. Also, on top of that, we would like to reopen our page on Facebook under WalkerAC. That's where you'll see the Henry the Fox, the origins of Henry the Fox, the rebirth of Henry the Fox, along with his other friends. We're coming back slowly but surely because WalkerAC's Facebook page is slowly shutting down. I know what you're thinking. Be still, my heart. All the clever, witty things you put up there, you're finally shutting it down. Yes, I realize this 43-year-old man shouldn't really have a Facebook. I mean, it's a young man's game, and this tired old man needs to sit back and work on other projects like his podcast and like his YouTube and like other things to expand his mind, keep him busy, keep him going from going crazy on that wonderful thing, the social media, all the young kids do. And it's not really my game anymore, but oh well, enough about me. Let's go on about me. And what you've heard in the beginning of the show, it is a song by my dear old son Aaron. He goes by Tafari. That's Tafari. You can find all his music on SoundCloud. Look under Tafari, because normally with most of my shows I start off with songs from other artists. You know, I do a little 30-second sound bite, so I don't get sued for legal fees. A little 30-second sound bite too, as an intro to my show to keep on going, which goes with the theme of the show. And I figured now, since I'm putting all my energy towards the podcast itself and towards the animation and the YouTube, I figure, the best publicity is the talents of my son. So every show that I start, you're going to hear some of his music because he deserves to be heard. He's a talented young man. And hell, I'm his father, so I'm going to pimp all his music. Be jealous. And also on top of that, some people are asking me, well, how do I download this Podbean.com thing? Because it's really difficult and I'm lazy, don't have the time. Fear not, folks. This is why I'm here. You're going to click on that link that I'm going to show on my page. And you have the option of creating your own Podbean account, which you can just put anything in there, Fartmaster 2000, that's fine too. Or you just listen to the show as is. It's very, very easy. Anyone can do a podcast. Even a schmuck like me can do a podcast every month. I have been doing it for 2 years now. Can you believe it? This is, once again, the new venture that I'm going to do. I'm stepping away from social media and focusing all my attentions on a podcast show. Whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, I do it for you guys. Now, of course, today's topic is going to be, once again, I'm going to try to keep the same basic message. For those of you who are first-timers for this show, the basis of this show started from Henry the Fox, my animation. And I wanted to keep a positive message for everyone out there, because each show you listen to, each thing you watch on TV, it's always the same: misery, drab, destruction, anger, everything else like that. I wanted just a little bitty show, a little bitty how-to podcast about how to be happy and how to be positive and how to maintain that positivity throughout the difficult things in life, because it's easy to get lost in the misery and the goings on and the anger and miserable of all the people in the world. It's easy to go on social media and complain about things. It's so easy, to get angry or to get offended by something someone says nowadays, and very little positivity out there. Yes, you can see the great stories of cancer survivors or survivors in general, so people doing great things in this world, but it's very rare that you get a show that's strictly positive. And that's something I would like to do. I think I found my niche here and there during my whole year plus of doing this show. I mean, of course I get the followers left and right. I do get praise here and there, but praise isn't what I'm all about. I'm all about the positive aspects of life and humans and humanity and everything, because my goal is to leave this world better than when I came in, because I have other things, other obligations to make sure the world is set up for. My son. And that's what this mainly show is going to be about today, talking about emotions, my thoughts and opinions on emotions. And no, it's not my job how to tell you how to feel. It's not my job to tell you how you should be. These are just my opinions, and my opinions alone on this show, because God forbid I pay for this damn thing, so I'm going to rant and rant and rant until there's no one left. And even if there's no one left, I'm going to keep on ranting. Because hell, $14 a month for Podbean.com. Might as well do something with it instead of stare at it all the time. And plus, I got a sweet, sweet microphone. Be jealous. But as far as emotions go, now a little bit of a backstory. I used to be a very, very angry young man, like all of you crazy kids out there were at one point in time. Just for the sake of being angry to being angry. Being raised differently in a different society where anger was the only gift that you had. And as life goes on, as people mature, you look at certain things in a different light. And as my life has evolved and I've evolved as a person, I realize that anger is a wasted emotion. Now, of course, some of you may agree, some of you may disagree. Because once again, the first reaction you have when someone upsets you or someone does something disrespectful is to lash out, because that's what we're programmed to do. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's a little news flash. Deep down, we're animals. We're all animals. We're not very sophisticated. We pretend to be sophisticated, but we're not. Deep down, we're animals, and we have animal instincts. Those first animal instincts is to attack. When you're offended, you attack. When someone harms you, you're attacked. When someone gives you an opinion that's not of your own, you attack. That's the first reaction. It's going to be anger. And of course, once again, like I mentioned before, as we get older, a good deal of us find other ways to deal with the stresses in life. Once again, all goes back to, I feel that anger is not a gift like it used to be. Anger is more of a hindrance. Once you lose your zen, once you lose who you are as a person to a point to where you have to attack, whether it be verbally or physically, to someone you don't agree with, or to someone you allow to burst your bubble, to me, you're letting that person win, or you're letting that situation win. Because deep down inside, even though we're animals, we have the ability to think things out. We have the ability to look at things through a different light. And once again, all goes back to my opinion. I have gotten rid of my anger. Now, I won't lie. I have my moments. I have my moments of anger and frustration and all the things that, we animals are alike. But once again, I tend to keep it as such. I keep it as a moment. Because one moment you can think about that one moment, and you can internalize that one moment. You can let that moment go. Because in the grand scheme of things, who knows how long we're here? I may be here for another couple of days, couple of hours, couple of minutes. I may drop dead on the microphone. Okay, I'm just kidding. I don't drop dead on the microphone. But hey, it would make great podcast history, if I did, but I digress. I tend to look at things in a different light, being 43 years of age, a young man like I am, strong and virile. Well, I can pretend to be at least. I like things peaceful. I like things happy. I like things jokingly and jovial and sarcastic. I like to have fun with life. Because when you look back at your life, you would like to have no regrets. You would not like to have anything, I wish I could have done this. I wish I could have said this differently. I wish I could have acted differently in a certain light. And that's something I try. I don't do, but I try. I try to have a happy life. I try to have a positive life. I try not to let things get to me. But I'm only human. I'm going to have those moments, and that's what I like to call them. Just the moments that I'm going to let pass. Because nothing in this life should disturb your zen. Nothing at all should allow you to disturb your zen, because you as a people, we as a society, we are so much better than that. And we tend to forget that because we get so caught up in the little things that we let get to us. The big things, slides by our faces and we don't appreciate them. Which same goes for sadness. Sadness is a tremendous emotion we all have and we all react upon. I try to keep my sadness to a limit. I try. You can't get rid of sadness because that's life. A loved one passes away, a pet passes away, or something that makes you sad. You really can't help that. It all goes back to, once again, having those moments. A loved one passes away, I will feel that sadness for quite a while. I try to have those moments, and they turn into little bitty moments here and there. The more you have the moments, the more you can really try to get past them and try to heal and try to focus on the good parts of the loved ones that's passed, or the bad situations that have been placed in front of you. It's all a matter of perspective. It all is a matter of just being happy. And once again, like I said before, you'll hear me repeat myself a lot because that's just who I am. I like to be happy. I like to have fun. I like to really speak about the finer points in life. This is what my show is all about. Listen to my past shows. You will hear a constant theme of happiness and just silliness in this show. That's where the Henry the Fox experience, hope, morphed into the WalkerAC experience, because I want my podcast to be an experience as someone just buzzed in, so I really have to silence the notifications. This show is not, still a little bit rough around the edges, but as it goes on, we get a little bit better and better and better. Now, like as advertised, rants of a 43-year-old man. I put on my 43-year-old hat, and a couple things I've come to realize. Yep, I'm that boring dad now. I've officially become Mr. Dad. I've officially become that out-of-touch father that hates the new music that the kids like, the new movies that the kids like, the new TV shows that I have no idea what's going on, because I find myself going, back in my day. Yep, I've officially become my parents. Saying back in my day we did this, and back in my day we listened to this kind of music. Oh yeah, I've become that parent, and I've definitely acquiesced and said, okay, I'm the old man now that does not get the new stuff, the new media, the new music, the new movies, all that fun stuff. I don't get it, but guess what? I'm comfortable with that. Because like I said before in the beginning of the show, it's a young man's game, and I let my son be that young man. I let him enjoy all the new stuff while I sit back in my rocking chair, my hand in my pants, and I relax and reminisce about the old times and get a little smile on my face, knowing that he actually enjoys some of that stuff too. I know, it's great. I can honestly sit back and say, I'm not out of touch old man. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And now, being as the old man and have a very forgetful memory, I'm actually having a format to this show. I had a format last show, I had a format this show, and I guess it's time to evolve myself and try to learn new things versus going into a show willy-nilly, having no idea what I'm going to say, repeat myself multiple thousands and thousands of times, and bore my listeners to the brink of death, I tell you. But let me answer a few questions before I wrap this up for this week. Question comes in saying, WalkerAC, why are you closing down your Facebook page? Well, like I touched upon earlier, I think it's time. I think it's time because I created this page as an homage to my son. I put all his pictures, all his videos, everything from growth until now. And I think it's time that he and I are at a point where I think it's time to create new memories beyond social media. Now, social media, in my opinion, not yours, it's mine, in my opinion, is only a microcosm of my life. I don't live by it. I don't breathe by it. and I don't post just to post. Now, that's not to say that all of you out there have different views on Facebook, whether it be to post things of your loved ones, what's on your mind, what angers you, what bothers you, what makes you happy, or just a delightful post to get you through the day. I love and I respect that you choose to do that. But for me, I think it's time to move on from that. I think it's time to evolve from that. And this microphone that I stare at, this microphone has been part of my life for over a year. This means something to me more than a social media page does. It gives me an opportunity to get my voice and to get myself out there and to maybe make a difference to one person, maybe two, maybe three. But regardless, it's a voice, and I plan on using my voice. And a little small aside, I've been told that I have a face for radio. I'll let that joke sink in and check back with you later. But until then, folks, as I wrap this up, I thank you very, very much for your time. I thank you. Welcome me back to the comeback of the WalkerAC experience. And please stay tuned. I did not forget about the Slacking Majestically show. If you've never heard the Slacking Majestically show, take everything in life, jumble it up into a pot, stir it up, add a little bit of swear words in it, and you have the Slacking Majestically show with my co-host, Ashley Majestic. She is an amazing, amazing co-host. I know our shows are kind of here and there, but when we get together, it is magic. So stay tuned for that as well. And once again, you be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what you think of me. Either I suck or I'm good, but regardless, I'm going to keep on doing it. WalkerAC76.podbean.com. That's where you can listen to the shows. You can download the shows. You become a member of podbean.com, which is so easy. You can have it on your laptop, have it on your phone. Hell, put it on your Xbox. It doesn't matter. All that matters is we thank you for being part of this show. And when I say we, I mean everyone. That means you. That means you who clicked that download button. That's you who clicked on the play button to give it a shot. You are part of this. You know, any turn of that notification, you are part of this. And I thank all of you. Now, previously, I would say in my alter ego, when in doubt, you always pet a fox. But I think I need to change it up a little bit more. I think be happy. Don't be a dick. Be happy. And that, I will end it with that. And as I leave the social media world, I usually do a podcast once a week, or I try to, but seeing as how I'm relying heavily on my page now for podbean.com, I may eke out a show here and there. I may eke out just a few minutes to say some good words, or I may eke out an interview or so. But stay tuned, because we're only getting started, folks. Have a good night. Thank you very much.